Hey everyone, it's Steve from itmakessenseblog.com, and today I want to talk to you about Thrive Leads and how you can use it to grow your email list by creating great looking lead magnets on your website or blog. So stay tuned. Okay, we're back. I've been using Thrive Leads now for a couple of weeks been focusing really on growing my email list. And so far the results have been awesome. So I just want to show you a couple of the things that I'm using it for, and then we'll go through and I'll show you two examples of how you can create these. The first one is if you're on my web page or my home page and I start scrolling a little bit, this pop-up comes up asking you, hey, do you want to learn how to create a website? If you give me your email address, I'll send you access to the course. So that's a pop-up box that I've created with Thrive Leads. Another example is here. This is a form that if you fill in your email address and submit, you will get access to my free affiliate marketing playbook. That's just another lead magnet that I've created, and we'll go through an example of this. This is actually using what's called Thrive Lead shortcode, and I'll show you that in a second. Another example is this. Let me reload this page. As soon as you come to this page, this pop-up box, this ribbon actually pops up saying, hey, do you want the free affiliate marketing playbook? If you hit the get now, this pop-up comes up asking you for your email address. And once you put it in and you hit get now, then it'll send it to you via email. So those are just a couple of things that Thrive Leads does. There does so much more, but these are just three real quick examples of how I'm using it currently. I want to now show you how you go and create these. Let's create two. We're going to create a short code and we're going to create a pop-up box. So I'm in the Thrive dashboard. Let me go back. So if you're in Thrive dashboard, you go to Thrive Leads and it comes up with lead groups and short codes. We're going to go through these two right now. So let's create a pop-up box, and you do that through lead groups. So go add new, and I want to call this the Click Funnels bonus page. Can't spell today. Add that lead group. Okay, so I don't have a form. I want to create a new form, so let's create it. And these are the different things you can do. You can do within content. You can do a light box, which we're going to do. You can do a post footer that shows up once you're done reading the blog post. A ribbon, I showed you that. That's the one that's up top. A screen filler that pops up. A scroll mat that'll scroll with your page unless you exit out. A slide in or a widget. And so we want to do a light box. And let's go to the next step, which is to add the form. And we're going to create a form since we don't have one created. I'm just going to call this the Click Funnels bonus page. And let's create the form. I'll come back to this in a second, and what I want to do is edit the design. So let's edit the design, and this is going to take us into Thrive Architect. All right, these are all the different opt-in templates you can use. I don't have any saved templates, I believe, but if you did, you would have them right here. So let's find a template that I want to use. What I want this to do, I am not going to create an opt-in form right now. What I want to create is if someone tries to exit out of my ClickFunnels review, I want them to have a pop-up that comes up and say, hey, wait a sec, before you exit, do you want to see what bonuses you will get if you click on my affiliate link? So I want this to interrupt them before they actually exit out of that page. So let's go with this step, this template here. This is a multi-step, and I'll show you what that means. So I'm going to choose this template. Very simple, very basic. I'm going to keep it, actually, I want the background to be my branded white. I already have this branded orange, I'm sorry. So keep that orange, let's apply it. This needs to be white or orange as well. Solid color, orange. I don't want this to be black. I want this to be my orange. I want everything to be orange. There we go. Very bright on a very stands out very well on a white page. So let's edit this title. So before you leave, would you like to check out my ClickFunnels bonuses? And I want this to be white as well, so it stands out against the orange. So there we go. And then I want this to say learn everything you will get by signing up with my affiliate link. And then I want this to be a little smaller, so I had to change the paragraph, and I actually want it to be centered as well, and I want it to be white as well. Apply. All right. I don't want this to be green. I want this to be black or gray, and this can stay white. And let's just call this yes. I love, you know what? Let's do it here. Let's make it in the button. Or no, I don't like free stuff. Something like that. Get a little smaller. Let's get rid of this. And there, let's save our work. Now you could add an image, and I'll probably come back and do that, but for the sake of time. Now, when they click on this, I want to take them to a another page on my website. Right now, if they were to click on this, it would take them to this state, which is the opt-in page. But I don't want an opt-in page. I want them to go to another page on my website where they'll learn about the free bonuses. But this is where you would enter in, they would enter in their email address and send them the report. So let's go back and change the animation of this button. I don't want them to go to that opt-in form. I want them to go to another page. So I'm going to delete that and go back up here, and when they click on that, they should go to www.itmakessenseblog.com/ClickFunnels bonus. Let's save this, and then let's set it up and test it out. I can exit out here, and we'll check it out, and it does. It takes us right to the page we want it to. Great. So don't like free stuff. When we're on the page, this should just remove this box. All right, so now we're back in the Thrive Leads form that we created. Now, right now, if you see, the trigger is displays immediately on page load. We want to change that, and we want it to be on exit intent, which means when someone goes and tries to click on the back button, that should pop up. And let's save that. Now, this display frequency, so if someone comes to your website once a day, they're only going to see that box every 7 days. But to try this out, let's just change this to 0 days. So anytime someone comes, they will get this pop-up box. Now, Right now it's not set for any page. We want it to be set for a specific page. And right now it's not even being displayed because this checkbox says no. We want that to say yes. And we have to click on this little gear, and we want this to be on a specific post. So we're going to set where this lightbox is going to go. So let's look for my ClickFunnels review. Here it is. So it's going to now show up on that post. So let's save and close this. Everything looks good. Let's clear the caching. Now let's test it out. Let's go to this. Let's reload the page. Now we should, if we go to exit out, that pop-up box should pop, and it does. So there you go. So if I don't want free stuff, it does. Let's reload the page. It should pop up again. It does. Yes, I love free stuff, so it should take me to the bonus page. Great, so it's working. So that is one way you can use Thrive Leads to create a pop-up box. Now I want to show you how to use Thrive Lead, the short code. Now the big difference between short code and the lead groups is short code, you just create this, which is just the lead magnet opt-in box. Whereas the groups, you can create the different kinds of forms. You can create one of these, you can create the pop-up box like I showed you, you can create the ribbon. Now, to create a short code, you go to the Thrive dashboard, Thrive Leads, and then you go to this lead short codes. I'm going to show you how you can easily, if you have Thrive Architect, insert different short codes into your blogs or your articles. So I'm going to add a new one. Let's go to lead short codes, add new. And I want this to now be in opt-in form. So I'm going to call this my podcast opt-in form. Again, can't spell. And then I'm going to edit it. I'm going to create a form. Again, podcast opt-in. Create form. And I am going to edit the design. And this takes me back to Thrive Architect. Now there's different templates that you can choose from. These look a little bit differently than the last one that we went through. Let's find a really nice opt-in box. I'm going to do this one. And I'm going to choose a template. And we're going to edit this design. Okay, so let's only have one state. They're going to give an email address, and then they're going to subscribe. So I want to change this image. Let's replace this image with something that I have. Let's see. This. Let's insert that. And change the background colors. I've got to change it in the columns. There's two columns here. Change it now in this column. Hit apply. All right, subscribe to my newsletter. Let's change this a little bit. Subscribe. Sign up to receive my weekly newsletter. And then to do that, I'm going to give away this freebie. Sign up to, let's see if I already have this. Just cut and copy to make it time go by a little bit quicker here. Want this to be white. All right, and I want this to be a little bigger. scrunched. So let's give some padding. There we go. All right, now we have to, oh, I don't like the color of this button. Oh, so for this is the opt-in. I have to go to edit form elements. So once I do that, now I can select this button. I'm going to change the color of this. I'm going to make it black for now. And subscribe is fine for now. Now I want to integrate this with my email autoresponder, which for me is ActiveCampaign. So what I'm going to choose ActiveCampaign. This is the list I want. And then I have a form that I've already created. It's called, I gotta reload this. It hasn't found my new form. And here it is, my podcast list opt-in. I'm going to hit apply. If I wanted to add tags, I could put them right here. Let's just do that so I know people use this to add opt-in podcast. Just add that tag and hit apply. I'm going to do another video where I show you how I create this form in ActiveCampaign and then how once they send me this email, they'll receive this freebie. So now that I have everything I want, I'm going to save this. No, it doesn't look pretty. I'm going to come back and spruce it up, but just for the sake of time. And then I can exit out of here. Now that you have your shortcode created, you would come back to the Thrive dashboard and you can now make sure that this content checkmark is green over to the right. And now you would copy the shortcode, so I can copy it. Now there's two ways you could enter it into a blog or a post. Let me show you, or a page. Let me show you real quick how to do that. So I'll go to page and create a new one. So add a new page. Just call this a test page. Now, if you don't have Thrive Architect and you're just using the editor, the quickest way to do that is to just cut and copy that code into the page. And then I'll show you, you won't be able to see it here, but you can save it. And if I go to preview, you'll see that it converted that code into my opt-in box. Another way you can do that is, let me add a new page. If you have Thrive Architect, let's call this test page 2, and then I launch Thrive Architect. Here I can go to add Thrive Lead shortcode. So if I add it in here, you can see that it has all the shortcodes that I use, which is a nice feature if you're using both Thrive Architect and Thrive Leads together. So I would just choose my podcast opt-in form. It's going to have it here, and then I can just save and exit. And that is how you use Thrive Leads, the shortcode. So that's Thrive Leads, and that's how you can use Thrive Leads with your blog to create lead magnets to start growing your email list. Now in the next video, I am going to, there'll be a part 2, where I'm going to show you how I created that form in ActiveCampaign. And once someone sends me their email, how I get them the freebie that they signed up for. So stay tuned for that. So if you like this content, please leave a comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in part 2 of how to use Thrive Leads to grow your email list. So see you then.